You see Shyhiem every time World Star, you know what I mean? World Star was big at the time. Shyhiem always on the big box. Media Takeout was big. That was like the shade room back then. You made sure that we had, when the blogs wasn't really blogs at the moment, everything was moving. Shyhiem. We were just, working to get him plugged in and really named back to where that we knew that it should be. And we was working on a movie. We had just did this record with Nizzle, which is popping right now. Shout out. Or Mama, I Killed the Man. It was like everything was just clicking. And then, unfortunately, it's unfortunate incarceration kind of slowed that down.
Yeah, when everything.
Exactly. So, we had to hit pause on that. And I know that I skipped over, a couple of things. Salute to anybody that I kind of, skipped over. I'm sure as you start asking me questions, I'm going to, double back. But, But that, Shy kind of sitting down slowed me down. And then it left me to a situation where I didn't have that A1 artist to rock out, but then it left me with me, if that makes sense. So then I'm back to my artistry because at the same time, I never stopped rhyming. Never. But I just always knew when to put both foot ahead and work on me, or just kind of fall back and make sure the person that I was working with had the light. Because I knew that, what happens with light, it spins, but it's going to hit everybody one time. You feel what I'm saying? That's just what you do with that light when you get it. And I know that, the people that I'm working with, when they got the light, I know that me standing next to them, I'm going to be able to do what I need to do to succeed so that way our conversations and our relationships are mutually beneficial. So that's another thing that I like to weave throughout all my relationships is that it's mutually beneficial. You get this, I get that, we both win, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So, And it's just, I can keep going, brother.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
I'm answering your questions.
Yeah, it's all good because I was going to talk about with Shy. What people don't realize, man, Shy came out like 1993, 94, had a and this was big at the time, 4-mic album. And
Absolutely.
he had features with Big and Pac and Big Daddy Kane.
Shyhiem was one of the first, if you think about Wu-Tang members actually signed to a deal. Shyhiem was actually bigger than the Wu, you know what I mean? And salute to the Wu when the Fu word first dropped. So the thing was, Shyhiem was moving, and then, life, what they say, life be lifing, you know what I mean? It was a situation where, things happen. He does his thing, come back. But Shyhiem is a master lyricist. You know what I mean? He's an amazing actor, as everybody know, and he puts together, great songs. So, it was a lethal combination. So, salute to Shy. Salute to Shyhiem. But, once again, when he went down, back to, myself. So I'm working on my music with of course, the whole family. And unfortunately, something happened, and in the studio. Unfortunate circumstance, unfortunate situation over at Soundbar. Don't want to get too deep into it, but once again, some street shit. It's always some, sometimes the world is a yin and a yang, and y'all can jump in whenever y'all want because I got stories for days, but it's like I want to make sure. I keep track of, your time and respect where y'all going and then still
it's all good.
Stay on path for the topic that we want to talk about. But the world is a yin and a yang, right? And it's like you're going to have the good and you're going to have the bad. You got to